Because somebody is flying the Union flag, they are saying shame on you at him. Because he's flying the Union flag. It's absolute madness. Now they're calling him Nazi. Now they're calling him Nazi for flying the Union flag. This is the type of scum that has been taking over our country.
And we're here in Manchester, and it is Saturday the 26th of April, and we're at Piccadilly Gardens, and there is a Unite the Children anti-grooming assembly here, and apparently Stand Up to Racism are doing a counter. Apparently standing up for children and being against grooming is a racism issue. Let's find out. Oh boy, there's a lot of police here. So we got a lot of music here. Greater Manchester, Stand Up to Racism, and the police are most definitely aware of who it is that's actually causing a problem here. The police are all facing these SUTR and PCS and socialist worker people, but the alleged far right is very, very calm. Well, there's a lot of police here as well. I have no idea where my guys have gone. So I haven't seen Marty, I haven't seen News Now Yorkshire, I haven't seen Adam, because I quickly nipped into the McDonald's, according to Charlie Beach, the world's most dangerous McDonald's. And I nipped in there for a loo and I've lost him. Here's our UKIP councillor. How are you, bud? And apparently not wanted. Not allowed. We didn't recognise you at first with your Muslim beard, you see, and it's like you're blending in. You're blending in.
Blending in.
This is Stand Up to Racism and Trans Rights and Socialist Worker and End Capitalism and Smash the Far Right and Refugees Welcome and Open Borders. And they're all a bit nuts. I don't understand how anybody can say that being anti-grooming and pro-children not being groomed is in any way right-wing, never mind far-right, fascist or racist.
It's not that, it's these young girls were bleeding from the backsides and were attacked by someone.
Listen to the first guy who comes up.
Raj,
I got him at the last one here in Manchester. I got his full speech. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. And that's what this lot don't understand. They're just playing identity politics. They're just going, oh, they're complaining about something and they're not us, therefore they must be the other side.
We've got what flags up for red, right wing out.
Well, I mean, it's St George's Day in 2 days, so...
None of them from Manchester.
No, because it landed on the weekend of Easter, it moves to the following week. So it wasn't on the 23rd. It wasn't on the 23rd. You can have it again. You can have it again on Monday.
We were all in the pub.
Yeah. Right, I need to change things around a bit because I got to take my jacket off. So I'm going to put you on my chest. Next to my big, massive titties.
Section 60. What I'm telling you is that we don't need I'm informing you now that there is one in place of a public order act, and it's an offence
member of the public see that in writing. It should be written up and shown to a member of the public if it's a request. I know the law very well, so I will take it off. I will comply. I'm just saying, I know the law probably better than you lot. I do. I know if it's a request, I can deny that request if I don't see. So with this section 60, that's our power to request to face correct. But if I'm not, if that isn't, I will do it. Yeah, I'm not. I will do it. I have done it now. I've done it now. That's fine. So, but if you didn't comply, I know it's an irascible offence. I understand that. But how come you've singled me out to be if I've just turned up here, I could be using this for.
You're not the first one I've stopped because I'm stood here. I'm not stood all the way down there.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not over there. I'm
you
over
approach
there.
me.
Yeah, because I'm stood here and you're walking.
Yeah, but I'm a member of the public walking through. I could be that side or this side.
That's what I mean. And I can't see you there. I've personally seen you.
I might not be involved with this. If I've got this up, I might be seeing my identity for other things.
Like you said though, you might not be a part of this. You might not be a part of this, but for the section 60 AA and for the section 60, which is a power to search anyone.
That's by your commander.
Yeah. So it's the same with section 60. It means I can search it.
Very well.
Right.
And if you're doing it wrong,
and like you said,
you're not doing anything wrong. I took it off. I complied. But what I'm saying is, you've approached a member of the public. Yeah, I'll do it. I will comply. I'll take it off. I'll do my time. But they're not telling me to take what they've got.
Is it covering everybody, the section 60A?
yeah.
Yeah, cool. Equality, I like that.
Don't worry, Bob. Just one's enough.
Life moves fast, so do we. Send money, put it remedy.
Unite for the children.
Get on your train, get on your train, get on your train and go home. Too many animals again. We are black, white, Asian, and we're Jews. We are black, white, Asian, and we're Jews. We are black, white, Asian, black, white, Asian, black, white, Asian, and we're Jews. And we're gay, and we're trans.
No, that's just right.
Are you letting them wear masks? I thought there was a section 60A and section 60AA in place.
They're dealing with that.
They're not dealing with it though, are they?
I get what you're saying.
Fair enough, I'll accept that. You don't need to say any more. Thank you very much. Yeah. You accepted what I was saying and that's good enough for me. Who is it that implements the section 60A and section 60A? The question being, why are some of them wearing masks and not being challenged? They're right in front of the police who could tell them, take your mask off. Fair enough, fair enough. Yep, that's good enough. That's good enough. I can see it. You're here facing this way. I can't get to them. I can't go through you, can I? I can't talk to them. So you're the only person I can really speak to.
Yeah, sorry I can't give you the answers that you needed.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe the evidence gatherers could help out somewhere. You've been forced to move your mask?
Yeah, take the away.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
These lot aren't. But we can't get to speak to this lot to actually police things in the same way. Nick Tenconi is here, and Ryan is behind the barrier. Ryan's the top dog.
I stand here as we stood 4 years ago, and we have the same message. We are here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to protect our children. I am, however, saddened to say that 4 years on from the first Unite the Children protest, we still don't have justice for our boys and girls. It's because politicians are scared of upsetting certain communities, they're denying people justice. We would say enough is enough. As you may see, we have some lovely guests here, the Green Riot Brigade. And I asked, how many paedophiles, how many grooming gangs got away with it because people like this shouted racist and Nazi and stopped the perpetrators getting assaulted and getting arrested? These people enable paedophilia across Britain as they are the cover that allows the groomers to hide in. The police are no better. What we see here today is another example of two-tier policing. We are told the left wing would not be allowed anywhere near the stage to intimidate survivors of child abuse. But here they are. When people get arrested, do they get arrested for attacking people? No. The police are scared of them, which makes the police complicit. It's a real shame. It is an absolute real shame. But I do thank everyone for coming here today. It's such an important event.
Excuse me, guys. I believe there's a section 60A or 60AA in place. Yeah? And I know there's a lot of people on this side have been told to remove their masks.
Okay.
But there's a lot of people on that side that are right next to the police with masks on, and nobody's saying anything to them, no one's doing anything.
That's not with us, that'll be all the bosses. The people in charge will make them decisions and work out to police it, depending on that level. That's all it is at the moment. Again, I've not been over there to see, so I'm here. So
I'm just saying, I mean, the accusation of two-tier policing comes up time and again, and it's like, okay, there's a bunch of people here who will generally listen to the police and will do what they're told, and then they're not even being challenged over there. They're not even being told when there's an order in place.
I can't answer that question, I've said that. Yeah.
All right, fair enough, thank you.
Walked in, so why was that very impressive for me? I'm a member of the public. Sorry? Yellow. I was here, weren't I? You was here.
Yeah.
If you go and have a walk round, and if he went straight,
we can't get to them. They're stood right in front of those, but they've got a line of police.
Can you go on your camera and try and get the call numbers, and he can do what he wants?
I can't, because there's a line of police in front that doesn't let anybody past. And they are stood, the ones that actually stopped him and got him to take his mask off or whatever it was, the ones that did it are stood right next to people.
And I understand that, but you understand that the power is in place and they are allowed
to. It
is a request, and they requested it. They made that request to you.
But I was threatened with arrest if I didn't take it off.
Which is a power that they can enforce.
How come they can't not taking their masks off?
That's the point.
Exactly. Look,
there are people there right in front of the police. They're right in front of the police.
Police here to enforce that, to take the masks off. Why single me out from them? Why single me out? Because I'm white British. Because I'm white British.
Absolutely not.
It is.
If that's the question you've got, then like my colleague said, if you want to go and find those collar numbers, then you're more than
I've been to numerous of these protests, right?
Yeah.
If a Palestinian person can walk past here with a flag, the mask on, you won't do nothing. Absolutely nothing. If I walk past here with the mask on, or section 60 this, section 60 that, take it off, or threaten you with arrest. Why is it one rule for us, not one rule for them?
That is a question you can raise.
What's your view on it all, officer?
They can't, they have to remain impartial.
I noticed that when I was in that crowd over the other side filming, no one said anything about having this smoothed over my face. As soon as I walked round here, section 60AA, you have to take it off.
No, she got bladed. That's a bladed article in public place.
That's a bladed article. And it's about an 18-inch.
Oh, I'm pleased that she's mentally deranged. I don't get it. I got singled out because of my mask. I didn't distinguish.
How can you counter demonstrate against the
Listen,
I don't get it. I don't know why they are allowed to have
If I had a
masks
big
on.
massive machete, got it out, I'd be fucking slammed to the floor.
Well, I mean, it's a saw that they're using for a particular use. Let's see what they do with the saw next. Are they just going to carry it around in their handbag?
It shouldn't be allowed, it's a bladed article.
Is that man going to carry it around in his handbag? So there's quite a presence of police. Excuse me. I believe there's a section 60A or 60AA in place. Is that right? Does it apply to this lot? Or not? Okay, so there's people with masks on.
Okay, so your policy would be to go into the crowds and essentially cause greater aggravation, or to allow what is essentially peaceful on that side right now.
Right, so are you saying it's not peaceful over here because everybody over here has been told they will be arrested if they do not remove their masks? And so they've all had to remove them, everyone. But with this lot, you're not saying that.
I haven't said that.
Well, you did. You basically said it's something to do with your fear that it will cause trouble if you went in and told somebody to take the mask off.
I said we're not going to put officers into there right now while they're static and...
Well, you don't have to put officers in. You've got officers right next to them. There's that lady there that's got a mask on. There's this guy here that's got a mask on. There's another one there. And they're right next to you.
Okay.
I don't understand it. I don't understand why there is this difference between policing this side and policing this side.
There's no difference.
Looks like a difference. All right. Thank you. They are really, really not interested in policing equally and with principles.
Will now be subjected to some form of sexual abuse. Under my government, that means
so the accusation of two-tier policing is particularly prevalent at the moment, and it is being shown here. They are absolutely prepared to prevent everybody and anybody on this side from wearing a mask and threatening them with arrest. Everybody on this side threatened with arrest. I've just been speaking to somebody down there, and he basically said, yeah, but they're all really peaceful over there. And I said, you telling me this lot aren't peaceful? And then he said, and therefore we're not going to go in there for racial or for crowd control purposes. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Think of it like this. This is a demonstration, not a protest, a demonstration about grooming gangs. Any background, Muslim, white, British, black, Asian, anything against it. Nothing to do with Palestine. They incite violence, and when it happens, we're the bad guys. Because we're white, British, and working class, we get shit on. Look what they're doing to the old people.
But this is because we are essentially lawful, people. If the police tell us to do something and there's an order in place, we will comply.
I did it, yeah, I had to do it because they threatened me with arrest.
Everybody has had to do it. Everybody in here that might have worn a mask has had to remove that mask. On that side, they're not playing by the same game. And that's two-tier.
It is.
You showed it up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's have this.
For repeat and high-risk offenders. We will burn religious or cultural mitigation of community-rooted policing that prioritises the protection of our children. You don't get what you wish for, citizens. You get what you fight for.
Hiya. Do you remember when you were speaking to that guy about his mask just up there? The question is, it has happened to everybody in here and they've all had to remove their masks. But over on the other side, there are police that are within less than a metre of people with masks and they're not doing anything. This really looks like two-tier policing.
They don't want us understanding.
It's not specific to section 68. It isn't specific to a certain.
What is it specific to?
It's specific to face coverings on.
That's what I'm saying. There are people over there 1 metre away from the police line who have got masks on and they're not being challenged.
Okay. Like I said, I'm stationed here at the minute. This is my point, so I'm not. So I will do. So shout for the airways and I'll see what I'm doing. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's 16851, yeah?
That's myself.
Thank you.
Grooming gang mafia who was so predominantly within the Pakistani community. Their protest, ladies and gentlemen, is against our desire to go to source of some of the most heinous crimes of Britain's shame. Number one, they were in fact Pakistani paedophile rapists. The police refused to go into colonised no-go zones, not because they were frightened of physical harm, but that they were frightened of being called racists. We are talking about immigrants, and that does mean demographics, that does mean religion, but the left are here to call us racists. They're here to silence us. It is beyond words how disgusting and insidious these communists in Britain are. To them, I say, let me be as frank as I can. The communists refuse fairness. The communists refuse logic. They refuse truth and reason. Therefore, I say we show them no mercy, no diplomacy, and no surrender. Ladies and gentlemen, there are activists here today who have dedicated their lives on this campaign. When I say we're taking our country back, I mean it. And when I say we're taking our country back, I mean we're going to get justice for the boys and the girls as a #1 priority. And we are going to send those in Britain who do not deserve to be here, we are going to send them home, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. There's only two types of people here today. People for paedophilia and people against paedophilia. Who are you? You're against paedophilia. That's why we're here today. It's got nothing to do with anything else here. It's not about politics, it's not about political parties, it's not about opinions, it's not about solutions. Today is just about us saying we're against paedophilia. Can you imagine a couple of years ago thinking, I have to say that on stage today in front of an audience and I have to announce that I'm against paedophilia? But that's how far this country has fallen. That's how far we have fallen as a nation. And it's easy to blame other people. It's easy to blame the idiots. So we've all got to take personal responsibility for the state of our country. Because we all could have done more. We all could have spoken up sooner. We all could have spoken up louder. We all could have got this into the RMP and done something. And many of us did things, but we all could have done more. Now, I'm here today to talk about the next step on this journey. The people who've been fighting this for years now, like Billy, like Roger, other people fighting this for years.
I can't really hear him.
It got to a point where no other people in the country was made it anymore. No one talks about
losing her voice. Are you local?
Yeah.
You come here every Saturday?
No, I don't, but this is the first time I've seen this and I'm disgusted.
Which bit are you disgusted with?
Oh, they can call everyone Nazis.
How they can call them Nazis? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
You don't even realise.
No.
This is embarrassing.
A lot of this stuff here on the right is about grooming, and it's about saving children. This side, yeah. It's about saving children, whatever ethnicity, whatever, they're children. You keep them safe. This lot over here want to call these people Nazis, racists, fascists.
You don't even know the word of the meaning now.
I know.
Eh?
I know.
Ask 6 million Jews what they think of it.
Well, you don't want to ask any of that lot about any Jews, because they will just go pro-Palestine on you, and they'll talk about genocide and annihilation of Israel.
Absolutely disgusting.
They want to complete what Adolf Hitler actually did. They want to complete it. They want the annihilation of Israel and the Jews.
I took the Queen's shilling. I was in the army. And I was prepared to do anything for this country. Now, I don't know.
Well, that's what's happening right now. A lot of people are just cashing in. They're going, no, I'm leaving. I am not going to war for you, Mr. Keir Starmer, until we've got a government in that actually protects our country. We will then protect it. Until then, we're not doing it. And they've left. They've left.
It's a sad thing to say. I'm 70 and I'm glad my life's nearly over.
Yeah.
But I'd hate to be starting out again. I've lived through the good periods. Now it's wrong, this. What can I say? My opinion's not going to change it.
Things are moving, things are changing, it's just very slow. But we've got 50 years worth of catching up. The left have had 50 to 100 years worth of unions and money and working out how to propagandize and get people emotionally in their minds with their lies. So they're very good at it. I've got to give them that. They are exceptional at it, but it's wrong. Every bit they stand for is wrong. It's just straight communism. I'm going to leave you.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
And you. Bye-bye. And we've got a Palestine flag next to a communist Che Guevara flag. Which, you can understand that. They're one and the same. Dangerous little ideologists, soy boys and soy girls and soy wannabe boys and wannabe girls.
When I say Nazi, you say out! Nazi! Nazi! Nazi, Nazi, Nazi! Nazi, Nazi, Nazi! When I say Nazi, you say out! Nazis! Nazis! Nazi, Nazi, Nazi! Nazi, Nazi, Nazi!
This is straight identity politics of the highest order. Anything that is not arranged by them must be far right. It's nuts. This is a danger to our society.
Nazis, Nazis, go! Nazis, go! Nazis, go! Nazis, go! Nazis, go!
Israel.
Nazis, go!
Thank you very much. And let's welcome to Mark Buckley, number 1.
I'm alright, yeah, thank you. Yeah. Enjoying yourselves?
Whale of a time.
That's all that we can ask for.
Loving it. Very interesting. I don't think
For the children. All children.
All children.
All children. Protect the children.
Colour or creed don't come into it.
Protect the children.
That's right.
Protect the children.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what we're here for.
Right.
That's what this is about.
So there's no far right, nothing.
We've got a gentleman coming on a minute called Alan Merritt. We've got a gentleman coming on a minute.
We're all Nazis. You're sick.
Pakistanis left. You didn't hear it either.
Just like
No one's heard it.
selective deafness. Selective deafness.
I heard
And refugees has fuck all to do with this. You're just jumping on a bandwagon.
That's not why we're here.
What's that then? What's that? Why have they got that sign there then?
Would you have them in your home yard? Why? Why? Hypocrite. Why? Why?
Why? If look, refugees welcome. Can you take one in?
At the moment, I do. I live in a two-bedroom terrace.
So what you got that for then? If you got that
in the country.
No point speaking to them. You're against people that want to raise awareness against child abuse and care homes. You're wrong.
That's what you want to think.
But you want to think that they're against people of colour when it's
They've
not.
just said,
No, you
I
got
will
it wrong.
deport every Pakistani and stretch their neck.
That's UKIP. That's UKIP. That's UKIP. Probably want to speak about. I don't know. The fact is,
The fact that you're aligning yourself with somebody who has
I've just come to interview you.
utter rhetoric, it's so sad for you. You're aligning yourself with the UK. It's really
I'm really glad you're saying this, I really am, because I've just tried speaking to you about why you're protesting against people that are trying to raise awareness for child abuse. There's speakers over there, survivors, that have been raised in care homes, that have been raised in abuse, that have been speaking out. And the perpetrators, so now you're exploiting people of colour. That's what you're doing, because you're using the minority to use as a scapegoat to scare people thinking
Oh, come on.
they're against people of colour when they're not. They're trying to raise awareness against child abuse. I think you really need you want to think that they're against people of colour. You think that.
I won't because they've stated it.
It's that they're against people of colour. Show me. Have you got any evidence?
Show me. How would I show you?
Because you've no evidence. It's just come out of your mouth.
You just stood there and said you deport every single
I think you need to, listen, I think you need to, I mean, using a genuine anti-racist organisation to spew your rhetoric about using people of colour, using them as a scapegoat, trying to create hate and divide, but there's no need.
Okay, make this make sense.
Make it make sense why you're protesting against it. Make it make sense, please. That's what I'm asking. That's why I've come here to ask you the question.
But you're not letting people answer the question.
You want answers?
And all you do is keep going back, going, there's people
I'm having
here
to repeat myself because all you're going on about is people of colour when it's nothing about people of colour.
What's the specific question you'd like to answer? Which question would you like to answer? And you, one question, just take one question. Just take one question and just answer it.
Why would you protest against people that are trying to raise awareness against child abuse?
What have I said that implies I am against raising awareness of child abuse?
Because when I came over here to speak to you, you first thing you said was they're against people of colour and they're trying to use them, saying it's them that are raping the children.
I said the statement that was made
it's not just about
Pakistani was appalling, saying stretching people's necks as verified.
I agree with you.
Was incitement to violence.
So illegal people. Well, I don't even want to get into that because that's not even my forte.
It's not illegal.
The fact is here, I've come here knowing that the far left have come here to protest against people who are trying to raise awareness for child abuse. There's the far left. That's all. That's why I'm here.
See, the thing is, what has happened here is that there was an announcement that there was an anti-grooming. They wanted to protect the children assembly, and Stand Up to Racism immediately said, oh, they're racists and fascists, we want to get our people out to stand against them and shout that they're Nazis and racists and fascists. That was before any speakers had done anything. That's why you are here. You're here. Were they announced? There was a list of speakers. Yeah.
You see, this is assuming, can I finish? I'm assuming that their rhetoric would be known.
Right. Which rhetoric?
Which rhetoric?
Which speakers are you saying are the other ones?
This is what happens when you've come here, when you don't have a clue what you've come here for, and you're being confronted. That's what it is.
Can I not listen?
You won't even point out that they're telling you each other in the head, so I don't want to speak to you. No, go on then, we'll speak.
Where do you get your information from?
What information were you looking at?
About grooming gangs, Pakistanis, where do you get your information from?
Oh, hang on a minute, shouldn't I be asking you that question?
I'm asking you. If you don't like being asked a question, then don't ask me a question.
Is that what it's on about? Those that have been,
where do we get our information from?
So when somebody gets that happens, unfortunately, obviously they're going to say who the perpetrator is. Obviously they're going to say who the perpetrator is. You're not listening, are you?
Don't film me, my friend.
Shut the fuck up, I'll film what I want and you're not going to do fuck all about it.
You've listened to it.
Film my hand then.
I'll film you.
And assumed.
There you go.
We've all got cameras on this one as well. You're on this one as well, say hello.
There's another hand.
Say hello. Get the fuck back from me because I'll put you on your ass.
Don't
Stay back.
Don't approach him then. Don't approach him then.
You don't need to run towards me and stuff.
Pakistani rapists.
All I did, no. You seen a bit of pushing there, mate. No need for that.
He was the one that came in. He was the one that came in, and you came and told us to move back. Here he is again. Here he is again. Look at it. See this?
Yes.
See that? That's what they're after. Can you tell them to go back over that side? Because that's the side they're from. Over that side, the left side. They're after the bar. Oh, and everywhere else is for everyone. I mean, we're not protesters. We're just filming. The problem is that guy lunging at people. And they're all here.
There was a camera in his face.
We've been here for 20 minutes talking to him.
There wasn't a camera in his face until he approached.
We were watching.
Yeah, he noticed the camera, stuck his hand up like that. That's fine. He was going like that with his camera.
Alright, cheers.
Hold on. This is causing us more and more.
We'll have a chat.
If you want to get me moved over there,
I've got an argument with you, mate, but do us a favour, get yourself over there. Cheers, lads, thank you.
That's my right, common law, right?
This guy doesn't understand, does he?
No, but I mean, they came over here in order to interact. That's why they're so close.
Yeah.
So they get an interaction and then he lunges at you. It's like...
Might be there, it's perfect.
I swiveled my head and I was like, of course you two are here.
By the time you had a shave
Guy tried stepping it in my face, I pushed him back, innit?
Yeah, really?
And that's what
See ya.
I'm moving.
Having a film on.
Good boy.
Bye.
Good boy. You see that tail tucked between his legs, Monda?
I can see it. She's still here with a fascist flag, though. Cheers. My bones are getting a bit old.
So am I, mate. That's why I didn't bother getting up. Never get fucking down
It took me a while. It took me a while.
Can't get fucking Glenn off.
The argument with Monday. He lost the argument with Monday, yeah? And he lunged for Marty because he had a camera. Oh my days.
Hey, now then.
Huh?
I don't know you.
Lord.
Oh, Lordy! Oh, brilliant! Brilliant!
I thought I'd come up here and show my face.
Go back in that way.
We're not. We're just filming.
I know, yeah. But he's a top.
Huh?
He's security as well. He said, could you go back this way?
We're back far enough.
I know you're on our side.
No, we're back far enough.
So why were you wearing it?
How do you know I'm not religious? How can you?
Well, I'm religious.
Yeah, so why can't I wear it?
Because of section 68.
Go and enforce it then.
We are
Go and enforce it properly. I've seen numerous white people over there. Go and ask them, remove your face cover on section 68A, like you lot did to me there, made me look like a mug. An absolute mug. Soft please. You've got, I'm telling you, I know you have to remain impartial, but you've got a life at home. You've got old people. The government are rinsing every single elderly person in this country. Soft police, soft borders, soft security. The country needs a full washout. The police need to go and have a new, I'm telling you, soft. I got made to look like a muppet.
I'm off to light. A beta hug. There you go.
That's what I should have had to.
Right, sweetie.
Yeah, you carry on.
Can I just say? No, he's gone. He's gone.
20 seconds. What just happened?
Obviously, you know, you see me earlier. I went to Piccadilly Gardens with the face covering on.
Yeah.
I didn't distinguish myself between any of the protests. I was made under section 68A to remove it.
So they did a section on you to remove your face covering.
And I felt that I had to do it because I was threatened with arrest. And now they're using religions as an excuse to wear face coverings. There's white people over there. Maybe they are religious.
Nah, they're just using it.
Why can't I use it as an excuse? Why can't I put that on and say I'm religious?
Exactly.
Woke government, woke police.
Two tier.
Correct, Charlie. You take care. You take care.
Good on you.
I hope your kids well as well.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you very well. Thanks for asking.
I bet he's smashing fools, I think. Oh yeah, I bet they really are.
Can you imagine that? There's two
I've been a long
reasons
time
why
subscribed,
I'm
at least 3 years, honestly.
Because the general public aren't aware.
Well, listen. Good.
Nah, then. You look like you're getting tired and hot with that. It's a bit heavy.
It is heavy, yeah.
You've got the good flag out there. And on Monday, get the St George's flag out.
Yeah, nice one. Rain here tomorrow.
But it's St George's Day on Monday. So
Patron saint of England.
everyone thought it was last Sunday, but it wasn't.
No, usually on 23rd.
Yeah.
Cancelled it and put it to 28th.
So we got here Broken Promises by Nigel. He started coming out with some new stuff. I've no idea how long that's going to last.
AKA British Steel. He went to try and say British Steel, didn't he? No chance. Sorry.
Tick history is one of the best. Tick history, but he's having a few mental health problems at the moment. He's having some time off because he was just pushing and pushing. Yeah. Trying to teach people that Nazism and fascism are actually far left ideologies when he's unable to get through to people and he's just taking grief. He's absolutely right though. Tick history is absolutely superb. I wish he'd do some stuff on Franco though.
Franco, the Spanish one, He's done a little bit.
Because to me, he wasn't. Franco was not fascist and he wasn't left wing. He was absolutely. He was ultra patriotic and anti-communism. That's why he went after them.
So was the Italians.
That's why he went after them to get rid of them. And then he just became a dictator. He was an army colonel, an army general. He became the leader, and he just went, "Now I'm not giving up this power."
Who remembers this chap? Remember me? There were only two of us. There were only two of us stood there in Leeds, and everyone turned up. Good to see you again, brother.
Good to see you,
It's free Tommy Robinson business. Do you get a free one with a packet of crisps?
Sorry?
That should be. Get the one who's in charge of theirs against the one in charge of them. Get him in that circle there.
Let him have it. Let him have at it. Why not? Why not? I like that idea. We can be the ring. Yeah.
We can be ring.
We'll keep them in. We'll keep them in. They can just go for it.
Good mouth-to-mouth thing.
Oh no, no mouth-to-mouth.
There's no what you call it. There'll be no winners, will there? Because they believe in one thing, we believe in another thing.
Because the solution to this is political. I don't enjoy these rallies, I'll be honest with you, but I've come to respect because I come and meet people and I see people and I understand what these rallies are about now. These rallies are where we come and draw strength from each other, where we know and we look at each other and we know we are not on our own. Because the truth is, there are many more of us than there are of them. And it doesn't matter how many of us they put in prison, it doesn't matter how many of us they write hit piece after hit piece in the state-sponsored media about. We all now know the truth. Not only were the grinning gangs real, the cover-up was political. We can talk about, and I do talk about, the ideology of the men who committed these crimes. But everywhere I've been in the world, there are evil men doing evil things to children. Everywhere. The problem I have here is that our system, those who are entrusted to look after these children, sold our children. And they need to be held to account, and that is why, as well as supporting Rupert Lowe's inquiry, I also support Maggie Oliver's campaign. Maggie Oliver's campaign will see police officers, some of the most senior police officers, privately prosecuted. Maggie Oliver's campaign will see some of the most senior politicians in this country privately prosecuted. It does not matter if we win those prosecutions or if we lose those prosecutions. What matters is that we do what we can, because that is all we can do until a general election comes. Because at the general election, the defining issue that will win or lose the election will be who supports a public inquiry. We've seen the Conservatives. When we first started working with the Conservatives, 14 years they were in government, I went to Conservatives I knew. I went to Conservative politicians. Do you know what? At the time, the reason they didn't intervene, working class white children did not matter enough to them. That is the truth of where the Conservatives were, and they got a battering at the election. We then went to I've been going to the Labour Party since the beginning. I was a Labour Party member, let's be clear, they kicked me out. I sat in rooms with multiple Prime Ministers. They kicked me out because they said to me, Raja, you need to be quiet about this. The Labour Party are worse. They have benefited from this arrangement, and we need to put an end to this. And the only way, and I'm not a member of any political party. Nick's over there, he's a friend of mine, and wherever I go, people ask me about him, and I say, yeah, I don't agree with him on everything, but he's a friend of mine, and you stand by your friends. You stand by your friends even more when you think they're wrong than when they're right, because that's what friendship is. We need to join political parties. You need to vote for this man, you need to vote for reform, you need to vote for the Conservatives, you need to vote for whoever you want to vote for, but the only way we're going to win this is by you lot voting. Because the reason we're in this mess is the people from the communities I come from vote. Whether they want to or not, they vote. And that block vote carries weight, and it's time your block vote also carried weight. And believe me, there are far more of you than there are of them. Thank you so much. Right guys, on a bit of a side note before we announce the next speaker, I don't understand why the police have brought all their riot gear today. I don't know if you're aware, but the Lefties... but the Lefties have started throwing eggs. They started throwing eggs at survivors of child abuse and at journalists. Again, have the police stormed in, riot gear, batons out? No. Do you think that would be the same if anything happened on our side? It's absolutely shocking to see, once again, two-tier policing in person. And again, is it any wonder that our girls never got justice? Is it any wonder that the police don't care, that they're scared of being called racist, that they're scared of the media, that they pander to these idiots? It's disgusting, and we're here to call it out. But next up we have a returning speaker, Billy Howard from Peggy K. Let's have for Billy again, everyone!
Guys, I do apologise, guys. I know you got rid of me once, but I'm back, and I have to with a really valid reason. Last week we lost one of our own. We have to pay tribute to him. I've not spoken to him. I should have done it at first. I want to just pay tribute to our North East friend from Sunderland, Brian Clerk, who passed away. He's been a seasoned campaigner. Yeah, guys, absolutely. Brian was a confidant for me, and as I know he was for many other survivors, someone who fought the way for a long, long time. He passed away this week. He would have been here today with us by our side, but unfortunately he was called to his final resting place last week. Please put one more loud round of applause together for our Brian Clerk.
Thank you, Billy. So up next we have a very young speaker, a survivor herself. Let's hear it for Sydney Jones. Everyone, Jono Jones.
Hello, Manchester! So, unexpected turn. I'm going to start my speech off by saying that most of you will have seen that someone got arrested today. That person was my mum. Because a lefty tripped over her foot accidentally, and my mum has been taken to Greater Manchester Police Station on suspicion of assault. Even though she hasn't reported the incident, there's no victim because it was an accident. Meanwhile, the left are throwing eggs at us, and nothing happened. Some of ours have actually got punched. Nothing happened. Two-tier policing showing again at its finest. And now for my speech. April is Sexual Abuse Awareness Month. Between September 2023 and 2024, there were almost 10% rise in rape and sex crime. In Norfolk alone, 3,280 reported sexual-related offences in Norfolk, with almost half consisting of victims under the age of 18. 400 victims were aged 10 or below. Of the 2,824 suspects that were identified, 851 were aged under 18. 131 of these were aged 12 or below. 12-year-olds raping and abusing other kids. People often turn a blind eye to these numbers, stating either that their child would never be abused or that their child would never go on to abuse. They're a responsible parent and nothing like that could possibly happen. But in my case, the council, Norfolk County Council, withheld information from my dad. In 2011, I was sexually sexually assaulted by my closest friend and my lifeline, my 12-year-old half-brother. He licked my privates and made me lick his, stating that this is how we can clean ourselves. I told my parents a few days afterwards. Imagine my parents hearing their 5-year-old girl saying, "I licked my brother's bum and white stuff came out." The officer dealing with my case told my father of a previous incident which occurred 5 years earlier when my brother was 7. He had instructed his 7-year-old friend and 3-year-old toddler brother to perform fellatio. This case happened in November 2006 and was dropped in the same month with my brother getting therapy.
Therapy, not locked up.
We wrote to the council about this, demanding answers for why my dad had no idea about this incident. My dad never married my half-brother's mum, therefore he didn't have parental responsibility over his own son. This means that, despite me and my friend's safety being in jeopardy for all of the months that my brother had lived with us leading up to my abuse, my father was forced to be unaware of it all. The council put me in danger. We wrote to the council demanding an apology for me. They refused to apologise. They think I would have been abused either way, and that my parents knowing wouldn't have made a difference. I reopened the case in February of last year, and my investigation officer has told me it might not go to trial because it's historic and it's not in the public's interest anymore. And so, this is why I've resorted to speaking out about my experience, holding the council, police and own brother accountable for their parts. A lot of my family called me a liar at 5 years old. Rather than giving me the support I needed, they shunned me out and supported my abuser. I was going to get counselling at the time, but my counsellor called and asked how the little boy was doing. They couldn't even read their own paperwork correctly. How can they help a child regain her spark? Growing up, I would hold my brother's photo and cry. I would ask where he's gone and even ask whether he had died. Well, I wrote this thinking that my mum wouldn't be arrested, but here we are. So, my parents were in the crowd, my mum is in the police station and my dad is in the crowd, supporting me. We have all supported each other through tough times, and there have been many tough times with what happened. And we've come from Norwich. Yes, I lost a brother, I lost a best friend, but my dad lost his son, and my mum lost the person she had welcomed into the house as if he was her own. My family were betrayed by someone we all held close. We were betrayed by the negligent system that's meant to protect us. But my parents are two of the strongest people I know. Can we please have a round of applause for them? Thank you all so much.
This is a powerful story, and what's particularly interesting about it is that it's not ethnically based at all. It's not about grooming gangs. It's about being sexually abused. And this is what this gathering is about. It's about protecting children, irrespective who is abusing children. It's about making children safe, keeping children safe, protecting children at all times from this sort of stuff. And we all know as well that children have to have an amount of freedom, but they also need protection. And it's a balance. But a 5-year-old explaining to their parents, the government, local government, the council, and the police, and being told that they are a liar, they're not telling the truth. A 5-year-old being told that they're not telling the truth, and they don't get the protection. It shows that we have got a problem in our society in protecting children, and we need to work hard to stop these nasty fascist bastards from taking control of our society, of our culture. You're looking very fetching, Charlie Who.
Dude, I'm taking pictures because I want No, he's not with them, he's drunk. No, you're not drunk, you're not meant here, blue guy. What is going on? Why would you attack Charlie? What's with the attacking YouTubers, mate, that are on your side? You crazy
to protect all women and children.
A bad decision made by one individual. No idea why he decided that he would do that.
I know what I do wrong, I'm just the video guy. How dare you talk about it? I know, we'll do it now, let me just show Marty this.
Your reputation precedes you, Charlie.
Yeah. People know who Charlie is?
Maybe they don't recognise him today. So, emotions run high. But we also have this requirement for masculine men to be stoic. And not to allow their emotions to get the better of them. Was it his emotions? Was it alcohol? I have no idea. But he didn't do particularly well there. And what we got here is a gaggle of thugs. A gaggle of thugs. Zionist Zio thugs.
Being sarcastic.
Me? Would I be sarcastic?
You missed that bit there.
Which bit? The guy that came up. Oh, just a
the
chat.
guy in the blue.
I didn't miss it. I got it.
Where did he go?
I think he's gone back that way to then go in. I think he's just got alcohol and emotional for some reason. So what we've got here, because somebody is flying the Union flag They are saying shame on you at him because he's flying the Union flag. It's absolute madness. Now they're calling him Nazi. Now they're calling him Nazi for flying the Union flag. This is the type of scum that has been taking over our country. This is a major problem. We've even got the police lady, evidence gatherer, taking full details of him flying the flag. If you can't fly the flag of Britain in Britain, there is a major problem.